Good morning. Before we meditate, I thought it would be fun to do a bit of the chanting drawing from the spaciousness of Vajrasattva, which was composed by Prahe Vajra many centuries ago, recently translated by Yeshe Donton, adapted and amplified by yours truly. Please chant with me. Listen, O virtuous one, I will show you the truth of your being. This is the first text written in the Dzogchen tradition. Of course, Dzogchen is a Tibetan word, and this was not written in Tibetan. It was written most likely in Odinayan. So this is probably the first text in the Ati Yoga tradition. And I love how it says, listen, O virtuous one. This isn't written from the worldview of being rigid and controlling and fearful. This is written from the worldview of being flexible and loving and laid back. Super important to bear in mind. Together, let's continue. You are and always have been like Vajrasattva. Of course, being a nerd, I am reminded of Spock's final words. I have been and always will be your friend. So, you are and always have been like Vajrasattva. So Vajrasattva is an archetype whose real or imagined, circumstance, body, relationships, and mind remind us that our body that our circumstances, like his, are appearing yet non-graspable. Our bodies are sensual yet non-graspable. Our relationships are resounding yet non-graspable. Our minds are lucid, you guessed it, yet non-graspable. Take it from the top. You are and always have been like Vajrasattva, the infinite consciousness, living presence, and creative power of the divine. So the entirety of this text is highly figurative, and it only makes sense if we look at it as such. So we were not born to concentrate and to limit ourselves. Thanks to the gift of our sympathetic nervous system, the gift of evolution and natural selection, we are this sympathetic nervous system, which is found within the middle third of our spinal cord. We are wired to notice things vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. Can you see how this is the opposite of concentration and rigidity, and how this is completely laid back? Think the dude from The Big Lebowski. Let's continue. The vast spaciousness of being always good, the way of liberation for all beings, beyond appearance and disappearance, and beyond the grasp of the intellect. So, being free from concentration, we are also free from pseudo-spiritual philosophizing. Instead, thanks to our parasympathetic nervous system, ensconced within both the lower third and the upper third of that same spinal cord, we are wired to both physically relax as well as mentally release. This is the physiological basis of the wisdom of letting go, that relies not on the cleverness of our prefrontal cortex, but of our viscera's ability to physically relax and mentally release whatever it is we noticed during the previous inhalation, whether that which we noticed during the previous inhalation was a sight, a sound, a sensation, a flavor, a scent, or the like, whether that which we noticed during the previous inhalation was an emotion, an intention, a thought, a memory, or an imagining. whether that which we notice was external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. Our job is simple. Passively notice as we breathe in, physically relax and mentally release effortlessly as we breathe out. I look forward to practicing this with you after approximately 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I've spent about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each sect of Buddhism so that you would not have to. Welcome, my friends, to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. As we silently, mentally, and passively recite the demonstrative pronoun this during our inhalation, we can kick back and watch the antics of mind. Once again, as it perceives, emotes, intends, reasons, recalls, and imagines. And as it does so vulnerably, passively, viscerally, and randomly, and fleetingly. As we silently, mentally, and passively recite the one-syllable verb ease during our exhalation, we can relax into mind's non-graspable nature. It was fun meditating with you. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 5 3/4 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's afternoon group practice. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.